Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning with Jelly. So, today we're going to hop right into our next variable type. So, we've already briefly talked about integers, which are those whole numbers, floats, which are those floating point decimal numbers. Now, we are going to get into strings, which is characters. So, our agenda for today, we're going to define a string. We're going to see some examples, talk about how strings are used within data analytics, and then we're just going to briefly assign variables or those objects to a string. So, a strings are typically text data types that is surrounded by single or double quotes. You also can surround numbers by quotes. So, a zip code, for instance, can be surrounded by quotes and be considered text. Most of the time, because we don't do mathematical operations on zip codes, you would never add three to someone's zip codes. Sometimes they can be stored as strings as well. So, examples of data that's stored in strings, tweets. So, if you've ever heard of web scraping or trying to get some type of sentiment analysis where you can scrape Twitter or Reddit or Facebook and kind of get people's opinions on a certain topic, a lot of that is going to be text data. Maybe you have a notes field inside of a medical data set, survey feedback data that you can explore. All of those are just a couple of examples of strings. So, as I've already mentioned, strings or text in data analytics and science is very popular in what we call natural language processing. And this has been taking LinkedIn and the whole world by storm with generative AI and chat GPT. All of those things are based off of text, based off of strings. So, natural language processing can be used in sentiment analysis, how people feel about things, chatbots, speech translators, etc. So many NLP analysis require text processing. It requires you to be able to manipulate these strings. So turning text into all lowercase, eliminating punctuation, finding patterns within the strings called regular expressions. So therefore, it's very important to know how to deal with strings and how to manipulate text data. So remember that you assign variables or objects by using the single equal sign. So we are going to assign our name to the variable name, and we're going to do so by single or double quotes. I like to stick with double quotes. You will see why in future. Sometimes single quotes, when you have contractions like can't or won't, it won't actually read because that's considered an escape character, but more on those later. Right now, I'm just going to stick with double quotes. And I'm just going to, in double quotes, print jelly. And then, as always, in our future notebooks, we can print that out and we get jelly, right? So that is an example of our strings assigning an object. We just called the print function above. So look, I was getting ahead. So I can print off that object name and it's going to store the string jelly. And we want to make sure that the name object is actually a string. So we're going to call that type built-in function on that name variable. And when we scroll down, we see that it is a string, str. So, in summary, variables are objects in Python. Notice that I keep repeating this from video to video because it's very important that you know what objects in Python are. Strings are text data that's usually surrounded by single or double quotes. Keep in mind that numbers can also be strings, and dealing with text data is going to be an integral part of analyzing data and especially in data science. So, thank you all for tuning in with Learning with Jelly. Please like, comment, and subscribe and we'll go deeper into strings in the next video. Bye bye.